Welcome back. President Trump says he hopes Iran will, in his words, make a deal as the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier strike group moves closer to that country. The group's movements come after the president repeatedly warned Tehran against killing peaceful demonstrators. But activists say thousands of people were killed during the regime's crackdown. Communication lines have been cut by the government, but now one man inside the country has spoken to our Ramy Inocencio about what he saw. You see here, Ramy joining us from Copenhagen. Good morning, Ramy. What did this man reveal to you?
Errol, yeah, good morning. Well, first off, he told me I could call him Kaveh. That is not his real name, but in Persian, it means bravery. And he said that with the U.S. now in the waters of the Middle East, he wants American help. He said that President Trump should provide air support to, in his words, take out the entire leadership of this regime to their own ideological paradise in a lightning strike. Now, a caveat, this is only one man's opinion, right? But remember, mass protests sprang up across the country, 31 provinces, nearly 200 cities. He spoke to us about his ordeal in the city of Yazd. That's about 400 miles south of Tehran.
Me alive and my brother and sister died.
This man inside Iran, his face covered in fear, described to us a massacre in the bloodiest crackdown of the Islamic Republic in nearly 50 years. In the government's brutal push to extinguish protests, he was in the middle of a throng in central Iran when forces sandwiched them, firing on them front and back. He survived because he was in the middle of the crowd, he said, and escaped through a side street. Now, after thousands of deaths across the country, desperation for regime change of any kind has hit a new high.
What do you want? What do you want?
All people that night come out, say Pahlavi. Just want Pahlavi, okay?
Reza Pahlavi is the exiled son of Iran's last Shah, installed by the U.S. in the 1950s, deposed in the Islamic Revolution of 1979.
Do you want the U.S. government to help? Do you want President Trump to help?
Yes, I please President Trump, help us and help the world. Help for freedom. Freedom, Iran, freedom.
Now, our video call failed, but afterwards he texted and said that he and many of his friends and his family just want to live in freedom, like in the United States and in Europe. And he said that he wanted to welcome me, wanted to welcome everyone to Iran, not if, but when, he said, it becomes free.
Remarkable to hear from him, Ramy. And what are you hearing about what's happening in the country at this moment?
Right. Well, another Iranian that I'm in touch with said that the crackdown is still happening, but not to the extent that we're seeing mass crackdowns like we did early on this month, but it's more targeted. For example, they're looking for people who have been wounded in the protests. For example, if people have had gunshots anywhere on their body. They're also looking for nurses and doctors if anyone's treated any of those protesters. I'm also told that while many people do hope that the U.S. does some kind of military action against the regime, there's also a fear that President Trump may try to negotiate with the clerics that would potentially still keep them in power, something along the lines of what's happened in Venezuela. Errol.
All right, Ramy, we appreciate your reporting, joining us from Copenhagen this morning. Thank you.